if y'all can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, but as long as you can, we're chilling. So, um, I remember my fitness journey when I first started, when I was like really fat. I I didn't really know how to get in shape. I was just doing a bunch of shit. I would like, I remember when I had Xfinity, Comcast, and we had like on demand, and my brother and I, he was also fat, my older brother. Um, we would do like the workouts where you lay on the floor and do like the little fitness workouts where you do like the leg raises for your abs and shit, and you'd do like push-ups, sit-ups. You'd follow the tempo. You'd follow pretty much the trainer on TV. And I did that, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this consistently. I don't want to be fat anymore. I just hated looking at myself in the mirror. I just hated being like looking at myself and not liking what I saw. And I didn't do it consistently. I never did it as consistently as I told myself I would. I might do it once a week. I might have done it twice a week. I might have done it like every other week. It wasn't even like consistently week by week. It was like once for a week. Next week I didn't do shit and I ate like ass. I remember when I would like the stuff I would eat was so bad too, bro. Like I would eat fucking I would eat straight condensed milk. Like I would just drink condensed milk cuz it smacked cuz I was like a sugar fiend. I was obsessed with sugar. I'd even put sugar in milk if I didn't have any more condensed milk and I would just drink that or I'd like we grew up pretty poor, so we'd have like hot dogs in the fridge and shit, and we'd have ramen noodles. So I'd put like ramen noodles, hot dogs, add hella barbecue sauce because I love my barbecue sauce. Even now, I still indulge. But I remember those days when my mom wasn't home to cook, and I would just like be in the kitchen. I'd be throwing down. I'd make like eggs, but I'd season them too much. Like they'd be overly salty sometimes, or sometimes they wouldn't be seasoned well enough, and it was not the ideal diet, to be honest, because then when my mom would call at the end of the day, like, did you guys eat? I'd always say no. I haven't eaten all day, even though at this point I probably had already consumed like 4,000, probably not 4,000 calories, but like already like 1,500 to 2,000 calories, if not more. And at this point I was probably in like fifth grade, so I was a little chubby, probably 5'5", chubby fifth grader. I was like 150 pounds. It was those days were it was pretty funny. I would just be home with my brother on Saturdays, our little sister, and we'd hang out, watch like 4W for kids, and I'd always try to get a meal. Like if I knew it was a good day, you knew I was fat because for me it was a good day if my parents brought home McDonald's in the morning before they went to work. Um, if we had CW for kids and it was like one of the fire shows like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers. I fucking loved Power Rangers growing up, bro. Oh man. And we really enjoyed our time, but then I'd go to school and honestly at this time I didn't even fucking take showers like that. Like I'd go like my mom was always on my ass for taking showers, but I'd go into the bathroom. Man, this shit is embarrassing. This shit is embarrassing. I would go into the bathroom and I turn on the water. I'd run the water, and I would just be like on my phone, probably watching porn or some shit. And then I'd run the water, and then when she'd knock, she'd be like, "What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?" Um, my parents are African, by the way, so she had an accent. She's like, "What are you doing in there?" And I would put my hair under the water just to wet my hair a little bit, and this was after a while of like pretending to take showers. This time I'd mastered the art of faking a shower, and then I spray a little cologne, whatever this cheap ass cologne. I forgot what it was called. It was like it was a green bottle. It smelled like ass now that I'm thinking back on it, but it covered up my scent. I thought it covered up my scent, but I was still definitely musty as fuck. Um, and I'd come out and I'm like, yeah, I took a shower. And at this time, I didn't do laundry like that. So I'd go to school with some dirty ass clothes, having not showered, having sweated a lot because I get sweaty pretty easily. I'm a sweaty motherfucker. So I'd go to school and I'd get roasted for being smelly. Like people wouldn't usually say it directly to my face, but I could hear like the chatter, people talking. There's one dude who would roast me for being stinky. His name was Kylan. He would he'd be like, "Do you know how to take a shower, bro? Like, like, do you know what a shower is, bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, of course. I take 2 showers a day, bro. Like, I take." I wasn't showering, man. I was a smelly, smelly kid, fat and smelly. And but I thought I was the shit. That's the thing. I thought I was him for real. I was like, I thought I was one of the cool kids because I was like a class clown. And you know what they say about like class clowns? How they're like, how their home life they're pretty much depressed, but in school they get more attention, so they're more eccentric. Yeah, that was me. Um, like I said, I had African parents, so anytime I didn't do shit, they told me they'd fucking beat my ass, like with whatever they could grab, like a coat hanger or a belt, like whatever they could get their hands on, they would use. And honestly, it was these days were it wasn't like it wasn't like I didn't know that I was stinky, but I just didn't bother with it. I At some point I realized like I don't like being around people while being stinky, so I like isolated myself from other people. I mean, I had my friend group, but a couple of them were stinky too. Smelled like shit, bro. All of us, and we thought we were the shit. we we all smelled like absolute ass. Um, it was funny. We were like the gamer group. We'd play Yu-Gi-Oh during recess, which we didn't get bullied for playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like people didn't really give a fuck. I mean, like the cool kids would even come in and be like, "Oh, is that Yu-Gi-Oh?" Because like at this time we're like little kids, so a bunch of us were like pretty into like the cartoons and anime and shit. But but yeah, those days I feel like the reason why my social skills were lacking at this time was um because of how smelly I was. I didn't put myself in the same area as other people. Like I would stay away from girls that I thought were cute. I didn't want to get too close to them because if I did, they would know I smelled like ass. But I knew I had like some level of charisma. So I'd be like, all right, let me sit like two desks over from my crush, and I'll tell jokes in class, and everyone would laugh, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah, I'm him. But if she comes close to me, I'm like, let me slide away, you know. Let me not talk too much to her directly, and that really affected like my relationships with women growing up. Never really got close to too many, um, and I always like muted my reactions because of like the bullying. I didn't want to show any sign of weakness, so I'd like have a straight face when people were talking shit, and I'd be like, yeah. So I think that was pretty. That wasn't that healthy, but learning to mute your reaction, I'd say, is a good skill to have. You got to be able to do that, bro. It's some good shit. Keeps you mysterious, and it helps with not overreacting to certain shit. But yeah, um, I forgot what was I even. Oh, this is supposed to be a video about how to get in shape. I was just giving like some context on who I am. But yeah, for me, I didn't start like really getting in shape the proper way. Well, the proper way of like actually losing weight consistently until probably freshman year of college, which is kind of crazy to think about. So about like 2019, 2020, I started actually going ham on the gym. This was after I graduated. Some shit happened with a girl and prom, and it became my reason for getting in shape. You know, you know what they say, heartbreak is the best pre-workout. You don't need nothing else. But yeah, I remember freshman year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna turn my life around. While other people were getting the freshman 20. What I think they call it the freshman 20 or some shit when you go to college and you gain 20 pounds. I had the freshman negative 20, I guess. I lost, well, the freshman negative 60 because I lost like 60 pounds over the course of freshman year in 2020, 2019, 2020. And, oh, my mom's calling. Uh, Hold up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The camera moves, but fuck it, whatever. I forgot what I was saying. What freshman year of college? I started legit going in to lose weight. Um, what was I doing? Like up until this point, I'd been like, I'm a YouTube fiend. Honestly, I've been watching YouTube for a long time since I was like probably like 12 maybe. I'm like 22 now. So about 10 years, probably since I was 10, since first grade. I don't know how old we are in first grade. I don't know shit, but I had been on YouTube like how do you lose weight, how to lose belly fat, 5 minutes, how to lose belly fat in 5 minutes, how to burn all the fat on your body, six pack abs in 6 minutes, all that shit, all those clickbaity videos that don't actually help that much, but it was working in my mind in the way that like I was focusing on like how do I lose weight? How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And I remember um I remember when I first started like combining the stuff that I had learned over the years. The YouTubers that really like helped me pick it up, that actually started helping me, more plates, more dates. He was definitely very useful in the sense of like my diet, the cardio I should be doing, like the workouts I should be doing, those three things. Um, Greg Doucette, his high pitched voice ass, that loud ass motherfucker. Um, he was very helpful in like the high volume, low calorie foods. Like I was doing, like I made his French toast for a while. I was using that. I bought his recipe book. I was using some of those recipes for like the protein ice cream, which never came out right for me. Honestly, that shit always came out kind of like a shake, but it was thick. So I mean, it did the job. Um, Greg O'Gallagher, he was really good. He was the person that I found that introduced me to intermittent fasting, which was a complete game changer. I combined like multiple YouTubers and I combined the knowledge that they had accumulated and I used that. What I did personally, first I started going to the gym. I was doing that. I was like I gotta go at least once a week, once a week, once a week. Did that consistently. But with the motivation I had from like the girl, I'll tell that like in a different video, but the girl that broke my heart. The motivation I had for that from her, from that situation, I was able to go like 3 times a week because I just remember how I felt. I just kept remembering my why, and that's like really important. Remembering why, like I was doing the shit I was doing, and so I'd be in the gym. I'd be like, man, fuck that bitch, bro. Man, fuck this bitch. Oh man, I'd be lifting weights. I use that the saltiness or the hate as motivation. And honestly, bro, it was it was helpful. Same way like, Sasuke from Naruto. He remembers Itachi every time he's training and he uses that hate to fuel him. That's what I was doing. And I'd go consistently. It really helped getting a gym partner. Make sure you get a gym partner. Find somebody who's trying to be better. But you probably won't have a really good gym partner until you actually start making progress. At least for me, my friends weren't really down to go until they saw me making progress. So at the beginning, I recommend going by yourself. That's what I did. Go by yourself at the start, few weeks, few months, make progress, and then invite people. Or you can be inviting people over that time, but invite people after you make some progress. Um, when people see that you're doing better, they want to know what you're doing, and they're more likely to come with you. You have to be like, not a success object, but like an example of success, and then people are more likely to come with you, and you go consistently. Otherwise, motherfuckers are gonna come like once and then never go again. But honestly, the most amazing part was when I started seeing progress, like the strength progress, and then I would implement cardio. I used to do cardio before, but then I realized doing cardio before fucks with your strength progress, so I started doing it after. And I was doing like cardio that wasn't overly difficult, but I could do consistently. That's the important part, consistency. I was doing cardio on the elliptical that I could do consistently over time. You can get it. Oh wait, I'll be back.